Hey guys, it's Alicia, and this is my best friend Lisa. I have been waiting for her to join me for years to help you guys out. So here is what we're thinking about doing. What we're going to do. We are going to start, I guess it would be called, would this be a podcast or? Yeah. But we don't know what we're doing.
We're doing a show.
We're doing a show. Okay, so we're doing a show for all of you guys. So what we're doing is we're going to teach you a bunch of stuff that we know all about. And I get tons of emails every single day asking me, because I know I've told you before that I was going to teach you how to meditate, or, teach you how to, what else have they asked me to do? Meditate, teach you about law of attraction. Like, there's so many
raising
things.
your vibrations.
Yes, raising your vibrations.
How do I get connected to my intuition?
All this good stuff that we've already we've learned how to do. Not that we're perfect, because none of us have it all figured out. None of us have it all figured out. But we've been working on this side of ourselves for our whole entire lives.
As long as I can remember.
Yes. So I'm 50, so this has been going on with me for 50 years. She's a little bit older, so a little bit longer for Lisa. But anyway, so she's your girl. She's the one that she's my energy.
We're just different.
We're very different. Yes.
We teach the same thing.
We teach the same thing, but she grounds me a lot and teaches me things that I need to know and says the right things to me that I need to hear in order to help you guys. So I thought, and we both thought, well, hey, what if we team up and do this for all of you? So we have decided, since 2021 has been such a crap year, right?
Well, 20, and now
now 2021, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it just seems like it's continuing. And I know that I have talked to you guys before about fear and everything that we have to change. So that is what we're going to do. I think we might be picking a topic every week or things like that. So I just wanted today to be introducing. So this is Lisa. We have both known since we were children that we came here to shift the energy, the vibration of the planet.
Right. I would call it like part of the entry team. The changing the energy of the planet. So they say that the planet, this whole solar system, is shifting into a different dimension. So it has physically moved. And because the universe as a whole has shifted, it vibrates a little bit differently. So in order for us to live, survive, and thrive in this shift, there's some things that we need to do. And one of the things that we have to do is we have to shift ourselves.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be helping you guys out with this shift. There's a lot going on out there right now, a lot. And, the way it's portrayed has been crazy throughout the past year.
Right. And we're not going to, one of the things that you're going to learn about the way that we kind of do things, we don't do it, woo-woo-ish.
Right, yeah. No.
But, we try and stay away from religion, because this is not, it has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with learning how to be a human being inside of conflict, inside of fear, inside of just having bad experiences, inside of fear. So we're going to just guide you how we did it, and we do it, and we continue to do it every day. And it's not something that we're going to teach you and tomorrow your life is going to be perfect. We're going to try and teach you maybe some tools, so that way the next time you're riddled with fear, you have the things in your toolbox that will be able to help you get on the other side of what it is that you're feeling and transform it, and then create the life that you want to create.
Yes. Yes. That we have, we go way back. We started the same spiritual holistic center, right?
We used to have a show together.
Yeah, we used to have a radio show.
Yeah.
Where I did readings and Lisa ran the whole board. She ran everything, honestly. Mm-hmm. I just did the readings. But
and then you used to come onto my show.
Yes,
Yeah.
and yes. Oh yeah.
I know.
We had a lot of fun.
We had so much fun.
We had a lot of fun. But when the first time I ever met Lisa, I had never met her before, and we both looked at each other and we said,
Oh, I
it's
know you. We're like, where? From? But I
Yeah.
know you.
But we had never met. And, you know, there's just a lot of similarities. Our mothers are born on the same day, same exact year, only, about 30 minutes away from each other.
Right.
There's a lot of similarities with us. And I, you know, we just think sometimes that maybe we kind of had it in our contract that we come down here together and change this place. So
Right.
that's what we're going to try to do. And we want to drag you guys along with us. And I know that everybody's has a rough time. You know, a lot of people are on antidepressants out there. A lot of people are on anxiety medication. You can do this life without that stuff. And you know,
And the thing is, we're gonna, as we go along, we'll probably give you some book recommendations and
Yes.
things like that. But know that you don't have to have a PhD. You don't have to be a high school graduate. You don't have to bring anything but yourself to the table.
That's right.
Because we're gonna teach you how to take care of you with everything that you already have. You need nothing else. You just come with yourself, and we'll be able to hopefully guide you to figuring out your life and your stuff and your crap.
and your reason that you're here.
Yeah.
You know, that you can finally sweep away all of the junk, the heavy stuff that holds you down, and find out your purpose. And that you can help out people also. So, you know, we all are here. You know, we're all souls.
All holes.
All souls having a human experience. And a lot of us forget that we're not humans, you know, having a soul experience. We are souls. And we need help down here, you know?
Right. And one of the other things is everything is so, we are so filled with fear right now that we are all scared, and we as a species, as a not the United States, but the whole entire world,
globe.
we are literally being called to action. We are literally being, the universe is saying, wait, put on the brakes. We need to change this, and we need to change it together. And you always, I don't know about you, but me, I always wanted to be one of the people that changed the planet and that made a difference in
Yes.
people's lives. And I'm telling you, if you do the work that we're going to talk about in the next few months, next few years, we're going to talk about that. You literally will be able to change the planet one person at a time. And it is not easy. It is braver than going into any burning building.
It will tear you down.
Because it is going inside.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, the gifts and the things that you receive on the other side of overcoming your fears of looking inside will be worth it. And then it starts the track for you to live the life that you really want.
Yes. And then you're gonna teach your kids.
Yeah.
And
then your neighbor, and
Yes.
you're taught
And
it
your
by
best friend.
osmosis.
Yeah. Yes.
You're literally taught it by osmosis. When you're loving to you, you're more likely to react to someone in a more loving way who maybe needed that loving way. So I don't know. Remember that commercial where it was and so on and so on and so on. I can't remember the commercial, but then it would show like that. It's
Yes.
literally what we're going to try and show you, how you can change you, because when you change you change the planet. When you heal you change me, you change her, you heal her. We all heal each other.
Yes. And that's what this is all about, you guys. And there's just such a huge shift going on. And energetically, you need to raise your vibration to be able to handle this shift.
Right?
You need
Absolutely.
you need to raise it.
And what we mean by
You need to raise it.
like changing your vibration is all right. So if I were to give you filet mignon, right? You ordered filet mignon with some mashed potatoes and maybe some béarnaise and some asparagus. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this dinner. How would you feel if I handed it to you and served it to you on a trash can lid with maggots? Right? It changes it. It changes you. You're like, ew.
Right.
A once thing that you thought beautiful and you were excited about, but when it's delivered to you on that, you're like, ew. So your reaction in the universe is one of, and we're going to say that maybe we can change it, and you get the filet delivered on a beautiful plate
Right.
and served
Yes.
by a handsome waiter.
There you go. Yes. So, we've just decided it's time. It's time. You guys have been reaching out a lot and asking for help, and always asking for guidance from me. And, this is the person I asked for guidance from. So, she wants to help. We are going to get this done, and we are going to teach you.
We're not going to guru you.
No.
Because
God, no, we
she's
don't-
not your guru, and I'm not your guru. However, we're going to show you a path, a
Yes.
way. One of the ways that we found to be successful in our lives.
Yes.
And it would be an absolute great pleasure to have you aboard. And we'd love to hear you. We'd love to hear your experiences. Because one of the things that we both have realized is we learn and grow from other people sharing their stories and their experiences, and we can all learn together. Because we also realize that we teach what we need to learn, and sometimes we'll learn from you
Yes.
just as much as you're going to learn from us.
Yes.
Because as someone that teaches this type of thing, the people that we're supposed to be teaching end up showing us our lessons.
Yes.
And because we're going to see it clearly in your life, and by us being able to clearly see how it would work out in yours, allows then us to then see it in our own lives.
Yes.
So it's reciprocated. It's not like, oh, we're here. No, it's like, let's all come and learn together, because it absolutely is reciprocation.
Yes. And, and believe me, we've always heard voices.
I know.
Ever since we've been young, both of us have. And we're very different. I think I hear spirits, and, and I know it sounds crazy, and, higher powers, like I always say, Jesus or God. And Lisa definitely hears things that are pretty high.
Yeah. Well, and I, as little, I used to call it God. I don't have like
What else?
a
Right.
guides. I would just always talk to it as guides. And then as I got a little bit older, they became my counselors. And they would just, sometimes it was a boy and sometimes it was a girl, but they were never named. God was always who I spoke to. And then when I was in bad positions and my heart hurt, I would talk to whomever, and we would battle back and forth. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. No, that's dumb.
Right.
Why do you always make me do that? Lisa, you just drop that piece of paper on the ground. You need to go pick it up.
They
I'm
don't like littering.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. God, I did it fine. Fine.
Yes.
Why do you always make me do that? Yeah, literally.
Yes.
So I think my parents must have thought that I was a little psycho kid, that talks to people. And I do not talk to dead people. I do not. That's not my thing.
Right. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't talk to dead people.
Yes. And, I always thought you were more of like an energy type of energy
Oh, I can
worker.
feel stuff.
And
I can feel stuff. I
Yes.
can absolutely feel stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes I can feel people's body pains from far away.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. Like I'll feel it in a body part. Sometimes I can see aura. I love that. Yeah. Sometimes I can.
So we're going to
Sometimes.
go through stories of our lifetimes and be really detailed with you guys. Because I think that we all have the guidance that we've listened to our whole lives. I just think for some reason we listened maybe a little bit more than a lot of people do. Or maybe they were louder. We really don't know because we're not inside your heads. But we are going to go through, stories and examples because it's the only way that we can explain it to you and how things worked and how we worked and how we changed and what we read and what we feel leveled us up, because there's times that you feel as though you actually level up. There's
Absolutely.
an energy to it. And sometimes it takes me a year to hit a level, and sometimes it takes me 5 years to hit a level, and
Some
sometimes
days
it
it's
takes
like,
me a
boom.
month. Right.
Right.
So, and we're we're all here, you guys, for the same exact reason. We are all here to love one another through these lifetimes, and or through this lifetime. We're in
Right.
this lifetime, but to love each other and help each other grow. We are not here to distance each other. Which is exactly what is happening on this planet right now. We need to all come together and make this shift as a whole. And that is our purpose here. We want to shift this planet into a better energy as a whole. And we want to grab all of you and take you on that shift with us. So this is going to be an amazing journey. We are going to come on hopefully at least once a week. We are both crazy busy. I have my reading. She has her job also. But we are going to try to do this at least once a week for you. We are posting this on our new Facebook page, which at the moment is called Soul Sisters. We're not sure if we're going to change the name, but I'm sharing this to Heaven Talks from that page. So make sure you go over to Soul Sisters and make sure you like it. Make sure that you go underneath of there after you click like, and click like again, and then make sure you click follow so you can get all of our video updates, because we will be, I will share them on Heaven Talks, but this is where they're going to be posted. So we would love if you guys would join in on the roller coaster with us.
Right. And make no mistake, you are awakening.
Yes.
This is happening.
Yes.
You are not cuckoo.
No.
This is happening. We are all, as a planet, we're awakening. And the changes that are coming. I know a lot of people are really afraid.
Yes.
But do you remember when you went to go get your driver's license and how nervous you were when you got behind the wheel for the first time to practice? It was so nerve-wracking. It was so scary, so petrifying. And look at you now. You're putting your mascara on while you're driving, beating your kids in the back while you're driving. You're talking, texting, singing. You're doing all these things while you're driving. But back in the day, you were petrified. And it is what's happening to us now. Same thing.
Yes.
Same. It's the same thing. We're a little bit scared, but I promise you, it'll be well worth it. And could you imagine your life not driving now and being on your own? And you couldn't. Would you go back to it? No.
And I have to tell you, I couldn't imagine my life not knowing about all of this.
Right?
It has shifted me as a human being. It has made me a more positive person. I don't get scared. I don't get anxious like I used to. Don't get me wrong. Everybody does. But, life is completely different. We are here, we are loved, and we are taken care of. And we need all of you to know that you're loved and taken care of by the other side. By all of your loved ones, by God, by heaven, whatever you believe in, the good energies over there love us, watch over us, and take care of us. Nobody is better than one another, and we are all here to learn this together. So damn it, we're going to do it.
Right, because we're all in the same position.
We are.
Even though it looks and appears like we're not. It looks like we're our journeys look so different.
They do, but they're all the same. They're very similar.
But they're very similar in that we are all fear-ridden. We are all guilt-ridden. We are all shame-ridden, and it's just uncovering that.
Yes.
And that will free you, because I promise you, once you get to the other side of some of these things, the fear, the shame, the guilt, it lets go of you. And then you can be that creative soul, and then you can come here and do what you came here to do, essentially, is be loving and kind and share your dream, share your talents. And that's what we would like to hope to do it. But honestly, it's not for the faint of heart.
No.
Because you'll have to do some work, but it is amazing work. And the thing is, no one's going to need to know that you're doing this work. This is private. This is an inside job.
Yes. But believe me, when you do it, they'll know you did it.
They'll know you did it.
They'll know you did it.
They'll be like, you look so good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
you just feel better.
You do feel better. And you realize, there's so much to talk about. But you realize that maybe not all of the people that you put around you are good for you. You will
True that.
shed a lot. You will shed a lot of friends. You will shed a lot of people. You will. And you will choose whom of those people
You know them.
are worthy of you dedicating your time and energy into to help them shift. And you will realize those people who will not ever do it. And you will push away. And it's not easy.
And that's scary to a lot of people.
Yes.
I know that. I get that. But I promise you.
Yes. This is, let me tell you something.
I promise.
Opening up in this way and learning in this way was, I think, one of the worst and the best things I've ever done for myself. Like, one of the worst things I ever went through, but one of the best things I ever did for myself.
Absolutely.
Yes, because it tears you down and it brings you, you're mad at your husband because, I don't know, we didn't let the dog out. And you're mad at your kids because of this. And you're mad at da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you have anxiety because of this and anxiety because of that. But we don't care about all that kind of stuff. We need to get to your core issue.
Mm-hmm.
There's a core. And when you hit that core on a person and start to heal that core, all of the limbs come back to life. So all of those other things that have been bothering you and irritating you and things you take medicine for, things you're going nuts about, it all starts to heal, and your limbs, you start blooming. The leaves come back and everything starts working, in synchrony.
Right.
I can't even say the word, but you know what I mean. All together again.
Yeah.
And we're here to heal you guys.
Let me give an example of just one incident. So I used to be so pissed off when someone would stain my carpets. Anyone who knows me knows I have carpet issues. So I remember this one time, someone tracked mud on my steps, and I was F-bombing. And I was so mean to my child as I'm scrubbing the step. And then I realized, it is just a carpet. It's an old carpet. Why am I so mad at this? Like, I was to the point to where I just made my child feel horrible. And then I realized why. Because I had a thought that, what if my neighbors came in and saw my dirty carpets? What were they going to think of me? They were going to think I was poor. They were going to think my house smelled because it smelled like a dog or something like that. That they were going to think that I didn't know how to keep a house clean. Or they were going to think that I wasn't worthy of them. Or that, oh my gosh, it's so dirty. Just see those carpets. That's why I yelled at my kid. Not because I was mad about the carpets. I had thoughts of what other people were going to think about me. And that is what fueled my fire.
And a lot of people have that thought.
And so that's just an example of some of the ways where we can try and uncover, what's the real. That's how my daughter Tina says it, the real. What's really going on back there. And that's the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yes.
It wasn't about the carpets. It wasn't about my child. It was about what I felt about me, thinking they were thinking about me. And it's all fictitious because they don't they never came into my house ever. Ever. They've never stepped foot, any of them. I would block them at the door.
Yes.
But what if?
Right.
And I was mean at the expense of my kid. Mm-hmm. So I was willing to do that. But I realized, but now it doesn't bother me. Now I just make everybody take their shoes off at the door.
And she doesn't care what they think.
No, and because once I realized that that's where that anger was coming from, when I tell you it let go of me, it let go of me. Because I felt like it held on to me until I shined the light on it. And once I shined the light on it, it was like, poof. It was like you go into a dark room and then you bring a flashlight in and all of a sudden the whole room lights up. That's literally what I felt like happened.
Right.
Is it shined a light on what was really happening in me. And We are going to give you anecdotal stories in the next of ways
sure it'll
that
be
has shown up for us.
Yes.
And how it is. So the only thing you need to bring to the table is you, and figure out how you react in this planet, what you do, not what Mary does, what Frank does, your husband does, your kids does, what you do when you feel the pain that you feel. And then because you know what? We don't need anybody else, because you're the expert on you.
Yes.
You're the only one who's inside your head.
Yes.
You're the expert on you. And that's what we want you to bring to the table. It's just you.
And when you realize that we all emit an energy, that you don't have to absorb everyone else's. When you realize that you emit your own energy, you also shift. So we are going to help you out with that. So, if your husband comes home in a bad mood, if your kid comes home yelling and screaming at you, it will not affect your energy.
Right. And that's really hard, because it really is, because we are both, we don't take any crap.
No.
And I'm not telling you, we are not telling you don't take any crap. Like, no, just be the submissive wife. We are not saying that.
No.
Just as a disclaimer, we are never saying take abuse, ever.
Yes.
But I promise you that.
Yes. When you make that shift and you realize that you are a loved being of this planet, you will shift and you will treat others differently. And we are going to get you there, you guys. We're going to get you there.
We are.
So make sure you like the page.
Thanks.
Make sure you hang in, and I just really think that her and I are going to go to town here. So there could end up being classes out of this. There could end up being God knows what. And I know she tells you not to bring anything, but bring a piece of paper.
Bring it yourself,
or bring your phone and you record it, or save the video to your phone. So you can help yourself out later, especially when we start giving you maybe things to read.
Oh yeah, because we definitely, I'll give you some books that are great tools.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of reading. She's done a lot more reading. So, yes, she really has some books under her belt that she's going to be able to give you and help you out with. But I'll tell you what, I mean, the one, I don't know, and we didn't even talk about bringing up any books, but I'll tell you the one thing that really shifted my thought process, and maybe this is something they can start on now, is The Secret. Yeah, and I couldn't read the book. You read the book, right?
Oh, lots of times.
Okay, that's like pulling teeth for me. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I got the DVD. She read the book.
Well, I had the DVD, read the book, and then made everyone in my family watch the book. Sit down! Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Shift Stir method on Amazon, Dark Side of the Light Chasers, and The Untethered Soul.
Yeah. So maybe we can start like some sort of like a little book club, and maybe we can read these, like 1 month read this book, month read that book,
Yeah.
and talk about that kind of stuff. But there's so much we have to teach you, and I'm sorry if we went around in circles, because there's just so much. We've been doing this our whole lives, and a lot of people are here because they think they have to work and make money and compete with the next door neighbors, and none of that has anything to do with this world. And none of that
I
has.
like competing with people.
Well,
but
that's not.
I do.
Yeah, but that's not what you came here for.
No,
you didn't come here to do that. So we're gonna figure out, why you're gonna figure out why you came here, and we're gonna help you out,
and to have more meaningful and loving
relationships
with the people that you already have.
Yes.
Because when you change, I promise you, when you change, when you heal, you get a different husband every day. It's so weird. I know.
It's true.
It's true, because they're there to teach us, and we're going to help you figure out how they're the mirror for you.
Yes.
And
yeah,
should be good.
Yes. So stay on our ship here with us, guys. Sorry, again, I know we can talk in circles, but this is just our introductory video, and I don't know, in a week maybe, if not sooner. So this is really what we've been wanting to do. So we finally got together. 2021 is the year, and we're going to start shaking up this planet. So let's go.
Yeah, right. You are not crazy. This is happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you feel it.
And you signed up to be here through this shift.
Right.
And you did.
You did. Because otherwise, how you know that you were a part of the shift? You know how you're a part of the shift because you'd be someplace else if you weren't.
Right.
You wouldn't be here on this time.
You wouldn't.
You would be on the planet at another time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how you know.
Yeah. So, you're here for this. So you might as well make the best of it and level up while you're down here. So we love you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you give us a chance. Get your butts over to that Facebook page.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Ciao bella.
Bye-bye.